we're going to take a look at the third part of parallel lines and transversals. Alright, so what we're going to do, take a ruler and tear it across where you made that tab earlier, just like I'm doing. And if you have any problems with this, just come see me. Then you're going to make a hot dog, so you're only tearing it like halfway through. Then you make a hot dog again. You just fold it in half. Alright, then you're going to separate this into 3 parts. So I'm just going to make a rough estimate of where those are. So 3 parts so I can have 3 tabs. Then go ahead and tear. Actually, you know what? I'm going to draw a line first before I tear so you guys can see what I'm doing. So I'm just going to draw a line all the way through. And actually, I'm just going to tear that little piece off in the beginning because it's a continuation, so you don't need that part. Then I'm just going to tear it into 3 equal foldable parts. And then I'm just going to draw a line so that when I come to write what I need to write, it's already separated for me. So now that's what it looks like. So pause the video, copy that down, alternate angles, same side of consecutive angles, and corresponding angles. With alternate angles, you're going to find the Z or the backward Z. Okay? Opposite sides of the transversals. Or you could do it that way. So you can find the Z or opposite sides of the transversals. With same side or consecutive angles, it's the same side of the transversal. And these angles, there's nothing you have to do but just memorize them. With corresponding angles, what you're going to do is if you brought the line up or down, where is the angle? That's what you're going to ask yourself. If you brought the line up or down, where is the angle? This is a listening check. Color in up/down. Color in up/down only. A couple things to note. Alternate angles are congruent. Remember, the word congruent means equal, exactly the same. Okay, alternate angles are congruent. Corresponding angles are also congruent. Corresponding angles, one at the bottom, is also congruent. Vertical angles, like we talked about before, so I'm going to just name all the congruent ones. Vertical angles are congruent. Pretty much everything is congruent except supplementary angles or linear pair and same side. So same side or consecutive angles, they adds up to 180. So you have to know what they are in order to set it up correctly. And then linear pair also adds up to 180. So everything is pretty much congruent except linear pair and consecutive angles. Those add up to 180. So let's take a closer look at alternate angles. So let's say we had a set of parallel lines just like this. Alternate angles has 2 parts to it. It has an interior alternate angle and it has exterior alternate angles. This is a listening check. Go ahead and underline interior alternate angles. Underline interior alternate angles. Right, so remember, interior is inside, exterior is outside. So let's look at interior. So look for your Z. So the Z and then the 2 corners are your alternate angles. So again, here's my house. You see it's inside my house, it's interior. And then opposite side of the transversal, or they're in the corner Z's. Let's put it on the other side. Now it's a slanted kind of Z, but again, the 2 corners in the Z are your alternate. Or you can really just say on opposite sides of the transversal, whichever one you want. Right, exterior means outside, right? So we're going to draw another one. So we're going to put an angle outside, and it's on opposite sides of the transversal. So here is my angle. Okay, here's my house. Outside, so it has to, where this angle goes, it has to be outside and on opposite sides of the transversal. So here's my transversal, it has to be on the other side. Alternate angles. So alternate angles on the opposite side. Alright, same side or consecutive angles. So you'll see both wordings. Also has interior and exterior. Right, so interior, inside, exterior, outside. I'll go ahead and draw my house. This is a listening check. Put a smiley face anywhere right here. Put a smiley face anywhere right here. Alright, so interior is anything that's not shaded. So we're going to put an angle inside. And it's on the same side of the transversal. So different from alternate. So So here's my transversal, put an angle right there. And it has to be, for it to be consecutive, it has to be the same side. So that's the same side. And it has to be inside because it's interior. If you look at another angle, same side, inside. If you look at exterior, it has to be outside. So here's an angle outside. And on the same side of the transversal. So it has to be on the bottom left. Look at another angle on the same side of the transversal. And I know that's kind of cut off, but on the same side of the transversal. All right, let's take a look at corresponding angles. If you brought the line down, where is the angle? So we're going to do a couple of examples of this. We'll take a ruler to kind of show you what I mean. So if you put that angle, we're trying to find what's corresponding. Put a ruler on the transversal and we're going to bring this line down and it has to be on top of that pencil. So that point corresponding is right there. So when you bring the line down, it has to be in the same place as it was before, only it's on a different line. Let's take a look at another example. Let's say we had this angle here. So remember, corresponding, you take a ruler, put it on the transversal line, take your pencil and bring it down. So this one is on the bottom of the pencil, so when you bring it down to the next line, it has to be the bottom. Another way to look at it, if you don't want to use a pencil and a ruler, is just the position of it. So like if we take this angle here, we're going to look at just that line, that cross. We're going to say, well, the top part of it is the top left. The other side is top right, then we got bottom right and bottom left. That's the cross, right? Then you're going to cover that up, and now you have another cross, and you're going to label the same thing. TL, top left, TR, bottom right, and bottom left. Where's the angle? Bottom left. So it's on the bottom left of the second cross. All right, so that's two ways of looking at corresponding. That's pretty much it. Need to learn these definitions.